underway, ladies and gentlemen. It is hashtag Tass from the Xbox division. 7 wins, no losses, no ties, up against Sihan from the PlayStation division. 7 wins, no losses, no ties. Hashtag Tass has only ever been behind once in this entire tournament, has a fantastic goal difference ratio. Sihan himself only let 8 goals in total in this entire tournament, 5 of them in that one game, that epic game they had in the group stage, 6-5.
Yeah, I mean, it is really going to be an interesting one, but the big difference is that you say Sihan's been involved in high-scoring games, and to be able to do what he did is incredible, like continually have the game go back and forth, and then ride it out and win. Whereas what Tass has done is a different kind of skill. He's shut out opponents. He's just said, I'm not going to let you score a goal, and he's just sealed his way to victory that way. So it's 2 very different players, and I genuinely cannot call it. It could go the distance. It really could.
Well, we all hope that it'll go the distance as well, and also really excited to see how these 2 play styles, as you mentioned there, clash. How do they fit to one another? Does one of those play styles dominate the other? Do they even each other out almost? And will also either of these players have to change up their play style to get that advantage over the other?
I think it's going to come down to who's the better at what their playstyle is. And like we said earlier, it's about having a plan B. If you haven't got a plan B at this level and you can only play one way and you come up against an opponent who finds a way of answering that, you're stuck. You need to have other options, changing up your game, getting the win at all costs.
Well, Tass, of course, was strangled out by Rocky by a large portion of the game. 1-0 down up to the first half, struggled with possession, was 60% possession to Rocky. But, of course, Tass found a way to get the goals, started playing much better in the second half, took it to extra time, and then managed to finish in classic style, of course, using Georgie Best on the Xbox. We will be starting out on the Xbox, so the legends will be available for Tass. That was George Best, along with the likes of Hullet. We're expected to see the same type of stuff from Sihan. I know he's using, I believe, Hullet in there alongside Vieira as the legends. Of course, the forwards, he's going to be using the team of the year. This is obviously the selection for Sihan. It's pretty much similar to his team that he has on the PlayStation, using those, obviously, your Ronaldo 99s, your Suarez 98s, your Neymar's in there. Standard defense as well, also, between the Boateng and Smalling. Using Kyle Walker on the right as well. Right, the right wing's definitely been a point of contention through all the players. There's been a whole plethora of right backs used this tournament.
Definitely, and I would argue, now I'm thinking about it more, I'd say it's actually more of a challenge for the Xbox player, because the difference is, if you're super comfortable with a squad on the PlayStation, you can just leave it. You can use the same squad on the Xbox if you want to. You don't have to change a thing. Equally, you can improve it. There's legends that might improve your team. But if you've played hundreds and hundreds, sometimes thousands of games with legends, and suddenly you can't use them, you've got to adapt to something new. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens as we get things underway.
Well, we saw there the initial attack. We almost missed it there. 3 minutes in so quickly, coming out from Sihan. And, well, he will actually give away a free kick here. So for Tass, a little bit of time maybe to chill, just get some composure in the opening minutes of the game, and it's hoofed upfield and, well, may even go to the opposition number at this point for the goal kick.
It's going to get chased right into the corner. It should go for a goal kick. There we go. Just a straight boot upfield. Not something you see too often in FIFA, that's for sure. But it is going to be hashtag Tass playing, you can see, as the Arsenal badge in the top left there. He's playing in white and blue, is what he's been playing the whole season long. Of course, we do see in the other side the Schalke kit, the blue kit. It is what Sihan has been playing with. It is the team he represents.
There is Alaba down on this bottom side, just blocked out there by Ronaldo. So a pensive start for both of these players. Suarez going to collect. There is one of those legends, Ruud Gullit. And the ball is not through. Ronaldo here with a chance. He fires it off, but here dives down to the right. We'll stop that one. It's going for a corner.
I thought he might open up for the finesse shot into the top right-hand corner there, but he went with the drill, and Neuer's always got a chance of saving them.
That shows a little confidence, though. Sihan taking shots early, not looking for that drip back, trying a little skill shot, which we're going to certainly see here. Ronaldo needs to cut inside, needs to try and get the dribble down the byline. That's where you can see he's trying to pull Alaba in at the moment. He's pulled one defender. Hullit's come to help him out. Is he going to try and cut it through? Instead has to go back to Kyle Walker. Walker back into Vieira, looking for that through ball into the box. It's going to George Best! And that is hashtag Tass getting himself in the lead 12 minutes into this game.
Fantastic build-up there. We saw him have the ball with Ronaldo in the corner. He kept cool under pressure, pulled out for a few skill moves. Composure was on point. Looked for the passes, timed it to perfection. George Best banged it in.
And it's funny, really, because the PlayStation final, the Xbox final for Tass almost was won by almost identical goals to what we just saw there. Ronaldo feeding into George Best. He scored 2 of them towards the end of the game that got him into this final today. And that is where he takes the lead once again. Of course, there's a long, long way to go in this one, though.
An early goal certainly helps, no matter who you're playing against, though. Hold it through the middle to Ronaldo. Gets a nice little slide ball to Suarez. Tries to feed it off to the middle. Ramos wins it back. He's going to try and play it out of defence. Can be risky, but these players are very experienced. That, however, is a tricky ball, switching the play across to Walker.
There is inside to Vieira. Will play on this wingman, try and make some space for himself as Pogba there in the middle of the park. Thought was going to lose it, but managed to hold on to it. And pass from Best, well, wasn't the best to say the least. And control of the ball goes back over towards Siak, holding things up here, trying to get his players in position, and he will be able to do that with Walker, the right back. Tries to slot it through, but again, sloppy passing, loses out.
Yeah, hold it through the middle. It's going to lose out the race to Pogba. Hullit's been dropped down. It's going to go back. Vieira through to Hullit on the other side. Tass pushing forward down the left wing. Pogba muscles him out to Ronaldo. Nice little pirouette there. Pogba, though, not having any of it. Oh, Ronaldo's down. No foul given. Pogba just mercilessly carries on the play and just clears it up the field.
He's gone down there. Spencer, why don't you explain a little bit how injuries work? Because as we've just seen there, coming in, that may affect things going forward. We'll wait for that one, because Ronaldo here on the break. What's he going to do? Tries to power it in, but hits the legs of Walker.
Yeah, so we can see this injury icon, and Ronaldo's taken out again there. Yeah, that will affect Ronaldo for a little bit, but he will recover from it. And it's very unlikely that Tass is going to sub him off because it is Cristiano Ronaldo. And Patrick Vieira picking up the yellow in the middle of that midfield is not someone you want to have a booking. So we may see him subbed off at some point.
Well, it's not often you get a tackle on both Ronaldo and George Best at the same time. Patrick Vieira just managed it there. But also we saw Tass going defensive, actually. I don't know if you noticed it. He went defensive. Now, he went ultra defensive against Rocky in the final of the Xbox tournament, of course. That's a great through ball, but it's not going to get past De Gea. It went ultra defensive and let a goal in, and then had to go back attacking. So we'll see whether it pays off for Tass this time.
I mean, it's all mental with these guys, I think, a lot of the time. And he's got himself a lead. He knows he needs to hold on to it, even though there's a long way to go because we've got both legs on both consoles. Sometimes you'll see people invite the pressure. And that's what happened against Rocky. And when he conceded, he then had to change things up again, and that's what allowed him to score. So you could argue he should hold off and try and get the second goal because it's so early in the fixture, but he's gone with defensive, and he seems to know what he's doing so far in the tournament. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
There's a planned pass by Messi that was snuffed out, and we see now a chance for Tass to break once again with Ronaldo. And Vieira on this bottom side will find some space there. Actually trickles on through for Best. Surely will cut it across, but Ronaldo on the back heel really just lost his step and couldn't get control.
Not often you see Ronaldo's first touch letting him down there. I think he just came too fast. Went for that driven pass, and it was almost just too close.
Well, I mean, that's the testament to the level these guys are playing at. They're not underestimating their opponents. They're using the driven pass quite a lot. I think I've probably seen it used more times this game than we normally would have by now, because they just know they can't afford to dilly-dally on the ball. They need to get out their feet quickly, as he's doing here. Ronaldo is well tackled in the end, but yeah, the driven pass, fantastic skill to use, but you have to be able to control the ball. That's a skill in itself.
There's Pogba, blocked by Hullit. That's going to trickle out for a throw in here. Obviously, we'll give possession back over towards Tass in his own half. So Pogba will just free things up. Will we see a ball through? He tries it over the top there, and that's going to be collected back by Vieira. And that's the risk in playing those kind of balls. Often you lose possession.
Yeah, and it is worth reminding everyone that Tass is in his home leg right now. So whilst this 1-0 is a great start for him, it was expected in many ways. He's playing against someone that isn't used to Legends, isn't used to Xbox, so really as a minimum he'd want to be going out with this with a 1-0 lead.
Isn't used to the controller either. A very different controller on the Xbox to the PlayStation, of course, although similar style of play. Messi back to Suarez. Dangerous ball. Gets a through ball to Pogba. Oh, De Gea comes out. Solid, strong keeping there as we approach first half. And 1-0, successfully held by Tass in the opener. That goal looking good, and you can see the stats. Just that one shot for Tass is all it's required so far, just the 2 so far for Sehan. So not a great deal of action in the first half. We expected this to be pretty cagey.
Yeah, I mean, my slight concern from Tass's perspective there would be that he has sat back a little bit after getting the goal. He's gone a little bit defensive, and there is a long way to go. And in fact, towards the end of that half, we saw Sehan coming into it on the away console. So, I mean, it's up to him ultimately his strategy, but if I was him, I'd be thinking more about getting my win in my game, because you've got the second game to worry about. Who knows? Maybe they feel more like the gameplay and the way he plays, as opposed to the console is on, is what's going to come through. And he feels like he can do the same thing on the away console. But it's important for him that he gets the win. And like I say, as things stand right now, Sehan loses this one 1-0. He's not going to feel like he's out. He's got his own console to come.
Well, obviously it's been a cagey game so far, but stats-wise, let's talk about this to begin with. So Tass has only ever had 1 goal scored against him in a match. He's never had more than 1 goal scored against him in a match. Sehan, in this tournament alone, is averaging 3 goals a game.
Wow.
So it's like the best defense versus one of the best attacks. It's a real clash. And now the question is that 1-0 going to be enough? It doesn't matter, because it's 2-0 as Suarez scores another early one for Tass.
Right at the top of both halves, Tass has come out and got the goal. He set his stall out very early on, come out the blocks fast, get the goal, and then sit on it. And I expect that's what we're going to see from him now. Sehan has got a bit of work to do now, not just in his leg, but maybe needs to try and get something back in this one before the game runs away from him.
Absolutely, 2-0 down again, just after the start of this half. Sehan needs something quicker. You know, going down 2-1's not really the end of the world in that sense, because, you know, you could win the 3-1 on your home console and all is good. But we'll have to see how this one all works out for him. There's a nice little challenge, actually, onto Sergio Ramos, rather. And there is Ronaldo. And again, Ramos just in at his feet, preventing him from getting any shot off. And that's actually going to allow Tass a little bit of freedom to move up. Hullet skipping past one. Actually, a 2-on-2 now at the back. Hullet taking it wide, though, means he's going to have to do some fancy footwork to get out of this.
I mean, particularly when he gets in those wide areas, Tass is really relaxed on the ball. He never looks like he's going to lose possession. Okay, yes, he was dispossessed, but he got the throw-in. So we saw it in previous games today as well, able to wind the clock down when he needs to. Don't expect him to be doing that just yet, but we know if he needs to later in the fixture, he's going to be good at it.
Well, an away goal is certainly something that could play a big part in this tournament, and that's exactly what we require right now. 2-0, like you said. It's maybe enough, who knows, going through. If Tass were to pick up an away goal on the PlayStation, he would be in a very comfortable position. We certainly wouldn't see any golden goals if that was to happen at the moment. Messi getting the ball to Vidal. We've certainly seen lots of chances created so far by Sehan. That's a bit of a rash one. You don't often see the quick cross coming in there. In fact, you don't often see too many crosses at the moment in FIFA 17 alone. We haven't seen too many cross goals. They've been very much the cutback, because it almost guarantees the success of getting the goal, which is why you only saw, what, 3-4 chances total so far in this match, giving it 2 goals.
And equally, we're not really seeing people use big target men as strikers. You know, we're not seeing the Lewandowskis or the Andy Carrolls of the world being used. We're seeing fast strikers, you know, Ronaldo, Suarez, people that are just finishers. And that's what you need when you're doing a lot of cutbacks, you've got a lot of rebounds, you need people you trust to put the ball in the back of the net. And right now, Hashtag's got to be thinking 2-0's a lot better than 3-1. Do not want to give away an away goal. So he'd be happy with this.
Well, let's see what he does with it. 64 minutes gone of this game. He plays it around in midfield. Here with Pogba, going to try and send Ronaldo through. Could get away with this one. Actually falls kindly to Pogba, who turns back inside. He'll try and muscle through the opposition's Pogba. Didn't work, though. Possession back over towards Schalke. What can they do with it?
Good counter-attack chance here as well. They got a lot of men forward. Tass had finally committed. You can see he's still got the back 4 still in place, though. Hullet to Messi, looking for that through ball. Maybe to Ronaldo. He's got through to Hullet. Oh, he's knocked off the ball in the box. Nothing given. A big, heavy tackle in the box.
That would have been a turning point in the game for me. If that had been a penalty and he scored it, it's an away goal with 20 minutes left in his first leg. A huge decision not to give that from the referee. I'd say it was probably the right one. I think Ramos got stuck in, but it looked like he got the ball. But you never know in this game. If you make those sort of challenges in the box, you are risking a penalty.
There's a ball over the top. Sehan knows he needs to make a move here, try and get that away goal on the board, even if it's just the one. He plays it back inside. Vidal up to Alaba. Bayern guys linking nicely. There is Messi into the feet of Ronaldo. Where's he going to go? It's a back heel, but it's straight to the feet of Walker. Not working as intended, but there may be a break here. No.
He had two options there, the back heel or the through ball. Messi was piling through just ahead of him as well. Tried to go for the back heel, the fancy play didn't quite work out for him. But good attack working out so far. Laurent Blanc getting in front of that one. Obviously one of the legends at the back. Ronaldo to Suarez, can go wide, and he does. Georgie Best opens up. Beautiful little take there. Oh, and Walker. That's no-nonsense tackling right there from the man from Schalke.
That was a fantastic tackle from Walker. And if you watch Tass now, he hasn't got the ball, particularly as he gets nearer his box. He's actually not pressing super hard. He's letting him have the ball a little bit. And it's when he gets to his box that he starts to press. He says, look, I don't mind you doing this here, but when you get in the danger zone, I'm going to stop you. And that's what Tass has been good at so far. There's not been a huge, like now, got the ball back, lovely, and now get rid of it again. We've not seen Sihan really break through the line of defence and have too many chances, clear cut at least.
Oh, we've said it a couple of times already. Best defence against best attack. So far, it's the best defence that's working out. You know, a very decent attack from Tass as well. His almost signature moves that we've seen from him all through this tournament. 82 minutes closing in now on us. And time ticking for that away goal. Let's see what Tass can do. Snatching a 30 will be absolutely pivotal for him, and that may well just happen. Ronaldo trying to get in. Bit of skill. I'll give the ball over to Suarez, and a lovely little ball down onto this bottom flank. That's Marcelo, who's going to whip it up to the back post. Vieira. And if there's one man you wanted to fall to the head of, he would be it, but not quite working out this time.
So we did see a cross there. We don't see it a lot, but you could tell Tass had put enough on it to make sure it avoided the goalkeeper. Don't want to lose possession there, particularly as you're pushing an attack. If the keeper gets it in his hands, he can get rid of it quickly, and suddenly you're going to be outnumbered. You know, I don't know what Sihan's going for in terms of tactics right now, but yeah, it's an interesting mindset. Do you go for it? Do you think I need to get this away goal because it's going to be too much for me in the second leg? Or do you go, you know what, 2-0, I think I can overturn it? Depends how much he backs himself. At the end of the day, he's only had 3 shots in this game and he's not taken any of them despite them all being on target.
Bunch of subs made by Sihan. Didn't quite get a glimpse of who they were. They were going that quick. But it's like you say, 3 shots, 2 goals for Tass so far. Very much clinical in front of goal, whereas Sihan, his shots have kind of been more long range. You think of the shots he took, the long range Pogba one, the pile drivers that never really going to get past the keeper. Well, I mean, sometimes they will. Sometimes you'll see a screamer go in. But obviously, when you look to Tass, it's more about efficiency in scoring.
Yeah, I mean, the big difference is with Tass's goals, we thought there'd be goals. You can tell the position he'd got himself in, it's goal time. With Sihan's, they were a little bit more speculative, and whilst we might see him go in, at this level, it's all about percentages. It's all about making sure you don't shoot too early, if anything. That's the biggest, probably, the difference between this level of players and people just underneath is how long they wait for the right opportunity to shoot.
There is Neymar on the edge of the box, and well, this time it was the pass that didn't work out for him, but likewise can be said of Tass. There is Vidal, edge of the box, actually storming on through here. Was dispossessed by Ramos. And now Tass is going to break again with the excellent Ruud Gullit down on this bottom side.
And he doesn't overcommit when he makes this push. You can see still playing very defensive. He's got Vieira trying to push on through. He's now got himself in a great position to lay it up for George Best. Oh, that could surely be it. 3-0 for Tass. And fantastic stuff. Didn't overcommit, strong counter-attack, quick play, down the left wing, and simple stuff once again.
That was a great example of many of the points I was making earlier. First of all,
an own goal.
It's down to an own goal. First of all, when Vidal was on the attack for Sihan, it looked like he was running through the middle and it looked too easy for him. But Tass was letting him do it. Tass was saying, I don't mind you running at me with Vidal because I'm blocking off all your big-name strikers and eventually you're going to run into trouble. And then he got the ball, turned it around super quickly, and put it in the back of the net with a little bit of composure. I mean, that's what it's all about. The chance was one we knew was going to be a goal. It seemed to suit his gameplay. He went up a level. He'll say this, you know, he talked about it earlier. His game found new depths, particularly across all parts of it. Defensively, yes, he's very strong. He always has been, but attacking as well. But we can't like talk like it's finished. There's still a game to be done here. I have seen crazy things happen in real football, let alone FIFA. And in FIFA, it takes much less time to score a goal. So it's definitely not over. I don't want us to get complacent. I don't want everyone to think he's got it wrapped up. Sihan is a very, very good player, more than capable of turning this round and sending this audience into some kind of whirlwind.
Well, we'll see whether it does, of course. Let's have a look at how the goals have actually laid out so far in this final. Of course, it all started out on the Xbox. It was Sihan's choice. Won the coin toss, but as we saw, clinical finish from Tass. This was just 6 minutes into the game, and it was a pretty decent rebound shot. Could have been blocked by the defenders, perhaps, that flung themselves in front of it. But the frustration on the face of Sihan says it all.
Yeah, it's always frustrating to concede a rebound goal. You know, when the goalie saves it and it goes to a player, you kind of create the chance yourself. You know, it's your luck. You have enough shots, there's a good chance you're going to get a rebound goal. Another yellow card that came in here for Valencia and Sihan. But I think ultimately, the lack of shots you see at this level means that if you have a shot and you get a rebound, you actually are, you know, part of that process. You've taken the gamble of shooting. We see very few shots take place, so I think it's deserved. It's just a little bit random sometimes what the keepers do, but you want to hope for the best when you have the shot.
That was the Alaba goal. We were talking about it at the time. You weren't too sure. Yeah, of course, he is massively left-footed, Alaba. Scored with his right foot, so certainly worked out well for him this time, but totally possible that could have gone anywhere.
I mean, Sihan scored one goal across the sort of 1.5 legs so far, and none of his big attackers have done it. It's been a shutout for the big boys he's got up top. So Messi, Ronaldo, huge players with unbelievable stats, but they've not been able to find the back of the net yet. It's David Alaba who's popped up with one, believe it or not.
From the right
on
wing.
His right foot. Does he stay with his style that he's been playing all along, or does he have to literally just go all in on this or nothing?
For me, this is all about context. It depends if Sihan's been in this situation before. He may well have. He may well have played in tournaments in Germany or with his friends or whatever online, and he'd been in this situation and know, you know what, when this happened last time and I found myself in what seemed insurmountable position, I couldn't come back from it, this is what I did. I changed it up, I went to this formation, and maybe it'll only work 1 out of 10 times, but maybe now is that 1 out of 10. So he's got to give himself the chance. If he feels he can turn it around the way he normally plays, fair play to him. But if I was in his ear right now, I'd say, it's not been working for you and you're running out of time. You've got to go. It's a Hail Mary situation right now.
Yeah, he just switched to 4-3-3 and pushed pretty much all his players to push the back line, I think it was, attack around the back line. I think I saw Suarez getting moved up as well.
So basically we're going to see goals.
Yeah, get in behind. There we go, another one.
We're going to see goals either way. It's either going to work for Sihan and we're going to have an unbelievable climax to this game, or Tass is just going to make it.
Counter-attack him.
Yeah, he's going to just finish it off. But it's the right thing to do from Sihan's perspective. You've got to go for it now. If he pulls it off, it'll be unbelievable.
Well, remember, we're going to be running just 52 minutes of this game down. It stands, in terms of aggregate, at 4-1 currently to, well, it shows Milan on there, Milano AS, which he's decided to name himself here on the PlayStation, but it is, of course, hashtag Tass, and Smallin puts it out for a corner already.
Let's see. This is dangerous already. I mean, in theory, we're starting off with a game that's only 52 seconds long, and he's got to get that far, right? But let's see. Well,
he's running the clock down already. He's running the clock down, sitting in the corner there. He tried to, instead of going for goal. It's a frustrating tactic, no doubt about it. Marcelo, even Kane takes the ball off Neymar. Neymar gets injured from it, and Messi manages to keep the ball and win the throw-in. This is just all grinding Sihan down right now.
I can't believe that wasn't a free kick. Obviously, we've got a different ref. That last leg, the ref was getting the cards out for days, but that looked like a free kick to me. I thought Tass got a bit lucky there.
Ball just bouncing a little bit awkwardly off it. Chest, I think, in there. Vidal will start to spread things. Suarez over the top here. That's a good ball into the feet of Alaba. We've seen him score one already with his right, but you probably wouldn't put too much of a bet on him scoring from that kind of position with his right foot. And for now, he's just looking for some space, looking for someone to lay the ball off onto, and that will be Pogba.
Yeah, you talked about this in the previous game, the defensive setup that Tass runs. It's frustrating. That's going to be a goal for Ronaldo.
Big.
Okay, we've got 42 minutes remaining in this game. Of course, Sihan still needs 3 more goals.
He started it though, hasn't he? He's asked a question of Tass. I mean, if this happens, it'd be unbelievable. But yeah, he's done all he can do. I was literally just about to say that could be another card here. I was literally just about to say that.
Oh, it's red.
Oh, it's red.
It's a red card.
Wow.
Pogba's been sent off. Pogba's been sent off for Sihan. Flew through him. And you were talking about cards and no ref. Now he's just gone straight for the red.
So
let's have a look at it.
Yeah, it was off the. I mean, yeah, it was late.
Ah.
It was late, and it was rash. And I don't think that's a challenge we'd have seen Sehan make in different circumstances. I think he was eager to get the ball back. He was pumped because he just scored a goal, and that may have just finished him off. He's gone down to 10 men now. He's still got 3 goals to score. It's going to be. I mean, I keep saying it, but it will be literally the best comeback of all time if he does this now.
Now it's getting even bigger. It's like, if it's possible, Ronaldo trying to cut through. Boateng takes it off for a corner. And is he going to go for one of those short corners? He is. He's just going to frustrate his opponent. And now he may well cut through. Messi to Ronaldo. Ronaldo loses the ball to Boateng. Counter-attack chance here. Bale to Suarez. Suarez all on his own, though. 3 defenders held back as well for Tass. He is staying defensive. Ronaldo now through. He's got a good run from Bale. Gareth Bale, a chance. It's going to go in. Oh, my word, ladies and gentlemen. Could it happen?
I mean,
could it really happen? 4-3 the score. Still 2 goals required.
I said if Sehan does this, the audience will go crazy. And we've heard them. They've been livened up by that one because 2 goals now. For me, we've got to remember that before this red card, this was a fixture that Tass was having 79% possession in. Okay, he's now playing against 10 men. So theoretically, it should be impossible to get the ball off Tass. But
Keep saying it.
Football doesn't work in theory. It works. It's a mental game. And mentally, despite the fact that Tass has a man advantage, all the momentum is with Sehan right now. He feels like it's his day. He feels like the comeback could be on. And Tass, maybe conceding 2 goals, is starting to doubt himself.
Keep your eye on that timer, of course. He's only going to run up to 52 minutes. That's all we're going to have, of course, with the first half being interrupted at a score of 1-1. So currently it stands at 4-3 on aggregate with 1 away goal for Tass. I keep looking at that Milano and it's completely throwing me.
Well, as I said early on, in fact, after our first game, it's not over till the fat lady sings.
She's warming up.
No, I don't know. I think she's gone to sleep for a little while here, as there's a bit of a mix-up and tackles flying in left and right here.
This is getting a rough game, this is.
Let's not forget, he's already down to 10 men.
But, okay, so let's talk about this now, because obviously Tass has been playing this defensive. He's been trying to be cheeky, holding the ball a little too much. It's starting to not work. You saw Tass, obviously, a wry smile on his face. He knows he's still got a 2-goal deficit to cover off, but we've still got 30 minutes to go in this game. This is totally possible now.
So he's still got a decent pass advantage, 5% though. That is a big change. That was 10% before. I think it was 20% before, actually, at one point, 73 to 93%. So even with 10 men and less options to pass to, Sehan has found a way to make that passing work. He's changed up something. He's passing to different options. You know, he's taking the more sensible option each time, which I think was working against him before. But I mean, this will be unbelievable if Tass doesn't hold on to it here with the man advantage. I think we're seeing nerves come into play here. We're seeing tackles we weren't seeing before, and he's getting a little bit tenacious.
Notice every single loose ball he loses in the box, he's always got 2 players sat there. This is obviously, we saw him making the changes, saw him making his players push forward. They seem to have found space basically in the midfield. Ooh. Header from Smalling, I think he was, on De Gea. That really would have opened things up.
Well. Let's have a look here. Tass going to just drop the ball to the feet of his keeper. Again, down on the wing. That will be a throw-in, though, for Tass. So he keeps possession for now. 30.5 minutes of the 52 that we need to play. For now, Tass holds on. But for how long? There's Messi again being sent. Maybe he'll even look for a cheeky 1 more goal here. He's going to go through. Blocked out by Valencia.
Yeah, I think Tass has realised, like, you know what, I can't just sit back and try and hope that I can defend this out. Let's go back to playing normal. That's where I was winning. I was already 4-1 up at that time. Let's just keep that going. And well, we'll see if it works out for him. He's got to be careful he doesn't get caught in the break once again as Messi tries it through the middle. Vidal, he's going to go out wide here. You can see Alaba's the man that's made the run. He's actually gone offside at the moment. Messi has to pull him back. Alaba makes another run through. Alaba, the weak left foot doesn't work out for him. As you can see, it is 4-3 on aggregate, but Tass with an away goal as well. It means we still need to see 2 more goals from Sehan.
So what's happening here is, like, Tass is aware that he's very close to sealing this. So he's playing very defensive. He's playing very sitting back a lot. But what that does is it basically completely negates the man advantage he has. If he doesn't put the players in the middle of the pitch and dominate possession there, it might as well be against 11 because he's allowing the attackers to come. At the same time, Sihan has got his players going forward. He's got the fullbacks making attacking runs. He's got everyone looking to get in behind. So it essentially means when he does have the ball, he may as well have 11 players because he's got the options he'd normally have in terms of numbers. It's only when he loses the ball he becomes vulnerable. And Tass isn't really penetrating in the way we've seen him do it before. I think mentally he's playing this differently to how he normally would. And I know Tass very well. He's a perfectionist. He will be annoyed with this. Yeah, even if he wins, he'll leave this game annoyed.
I think it shows on his face just how annoyed he is at the moment. He's just having a little look around. I can see that Sihan is making some adjustments. Schuss verhalten.
Ah, yes.
What's that one, Joe? Come on, give me your German, best German you've got.
Where is it?
He's changing some tactics. He's changing some custom tactics.
Exactly.
He's probably just going even more attacking.
Oh, you couldn't get it from my Schussverhalten.
Pronunciation was on point.
Hold
It's
shots.
Verhalten, I think. Oh, it's a V, so it's a W.
Let's not turn this into a
German
lesson.
Let's not do that.
I think he's probably gone sort of more attacking, increased the tempo even more.
It went up to 100% either way.
Yeah, so he's going for it. It's that time now. Isn't it?
Overload, basically.
He needs 2 more goals, and he's got about less than 15 minutes of FIFA time to do it.
Yeah.
So, good luck to him. If he does it, he'll deserve it. It'll be an unbelievable comeback with 11 men. To do it with 10.
Of course, the danger is we're not going to get any extra time at all. No extra time given at all because of the way it is. So even with that red card, which you would have already got like 2-3 minutes on it, not going to get it through. Messi got a chance to try and get a through ball. It's fell to Smalling, though, and then Walker back to Pogba through the middle. Now, obviously, we're looking at Tass. Now he is starting to play it a little bit more proper. Modric lays it off to the side. Marcelo, he's got Messi just ahead of him, cut out by Valencia. And now 10 minutes remain in this game, Joe. We had the momentum early on, but it seems to have stalled out a little bit.
Absolutely, and well, for Tass, it was about breaking that, a bit of a pause here and there just to give him a bit of a breather. I think has done him wonders as well. We'll now try and hold that possession in the midfield. As you mentioned, doing such will mean that one man less is kind of exasperated in the middle of the park there for him because it was Pogba that was sent off. In all fairness, in the last game he also had 4 or 5 with a yellow, so it was a possibility even there as well.
Well, that was the irony, was that the reset gave him an advantage, right? He got rid of those yellows and then he just went and got a red card straight away. So he didn't change his style. We're very aggressive in the tackling, and it can work sometimes, but in this one it didn't help Shahan at all. And I wouldn't say that's cost him, because I think the first leg was where the damage was really done here, but it's given him much less chance of getting back in it. Time's running out for him.
And we're going to try and win it back. It looks like half-time. Beckoning, frustrating with the ball in the corner. Alaba got nowhere to go, really. He's going to have to just hoof it upfield to try and get something before half-time. Not going to happen. Kante takes it off him. Kante being very good as the effectively defensive midfielder being used as. And that is going to be half-time. So, 4-3, it currently stands. 3-0 over on the Xbox to Tass. 3-1, it currently stands. Sihan on the PlayStation 4. Of course, the big away goal is the real differentiating factor. And Sihan's going to be kicking himself because he had a couple of chances over on the Xbox, just couldn't make them count.
And it's shocking to see Tass has not had a single shot in that half. I mean, considering the advantage he's had for the majority of the half. You know, and we know that when he has a shot, there's a very good chance of it going in. He just needs to create that chance. It could just be one chance in the last few minutes. He doesn't necessarily need it, but it would definitely finish the hand off.
Just 7 minutes.
Yeah. No stoppage time to be added.
2 goals,
7 minutes. That is it. For Sihan to come back in this one.
Now Tass hit the ground running every single time we've had a kick-off. So we'll see whether it works out in his favour. But here we go. Suarez to Ramos. He needs to keep the ball, get the ball moving, get it upfield early on, maybe try and catch them out of position. Ronaldo tries a good run through. Ramos cuts him out.
Big tackle there from Ramos. And losing a man here for Tass. Well, I don't think the likelihood of losing a man for a tackle like that's going to really be part of the picture, but he's got the ball on this top side, and that certainly is part of the picture. There are only 4 minutes in game now remaining. It goes so very quickly when you're that concentrated and trying to come back.
Yeah, now Tass is really going to wind that clock down now. On the throw-ins, on the free kicks, everything. You just got to play. You've earned that position. Everyone would do it.
Yeah, Suarez just plays it back to Pogba. Ronaldo, he might try and go for the goal. Almost got it through. Neymar, of all people, back there defending.
Oh.
Ronaldo tries a little cheeky flick, and he's going to win it back. Goes an overhead. Vidal just takes it straight off him. The clock running down. Just 1 minute remaining. It will be Tass that will take it here. And that is going to be all she wrote. Fantastic stuff overall. Damage, of course, was done over on the Xbox. 3-0 on there. Tass, unfortunately, will take it. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations to Tass. He's going to be disappointed, I think, with his performance on PlayStation. He tried to run the clock down as much as possible. Sihan not happy with the sportsmanship played out in that final, but nonetheless, 3-0 on Xbox. That's where it was all done. And that quick away goal, I think it was 4 minutes, 6 minutes into the kickoff on the PlayStation. That was really the turning point, the big away goal early on.
Yeah, the damage was done in the first leg, but it was finished off with the away goal. It was 5 goals he needed in the end, and he got 1, of course, and then he got 2 more, but it was a lot to ask for someone, even on their home console. Fantastic competitor. Sihan done really well. I'm sure they'll shake hands in a second off camera once the emotions die down, but yeah, fantastic tournament and a worthy winner.
And fantastic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get down to the stage. Without further ado, Jimmy, take it away.
We have our champion for the first Europe regional final here in Paris for the FIFA 17 Ultimate Team Championship Series, which, as a reminder, is the biggest FIFA tournament of all time, with FIFA's biggest prize pool money ever, a whopping $1.3 million. So come back after this break and watch the happiest man on stage accept his well-deserved trophy. Welcome back, everyone, to my favorite part of any competition, the handing of the trophy to the winner. So to help me do the honors, it's the Chief Competition Officer for EA, Peter Moore, and EA's FIFA Commissioner, Brent Koning. Guys? Go ahead, Brent.
All right, there we go, the ceremonial scarf. Tass, congratulations on behalf of EA. You are our first Ultimate Team Championship regional winner. We're going to see you in Berlin, obviously. Got a little close there towards the end, but I thought it was a dominant performance and well done.
Yeah, just a couple things probably about the game. I know he's a little upset, but I think to give a little sort of comparison, like if Mourinho's 5-0 up, he's not going for more goals. So if he's upset, he's upset. We saw what happened at FIWC last year. Yeah. So I don't want to recreate that. So yeah.
Mourinho shows up everywhere here. Well, anyway, I'm going to present you with the prize here. Let's have a round of applause for our champion. Very well played indeed.
All right, we have to say goodnight, but the next stop in this World Tour is in Sydney next week, so make sure you keep following this incredible event because it's only going to get better and better. So on behalf of Peter, Brent, our 2 finalists, Spencer, Chewboy, Joe, D-Man, and all the incredible staff working behind the scenes that are making us look a lot better than we deserve to be, I thank you for watching.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Jimmy!
Jimmy!
We done?
Clapping.
Go! What are you gonna use that? Welcome everyone to the biggest FIFA tournament of all time, the FIFA 17 Ultimate Team Championship Series.
Oh, that was beautifully taken. It's equalised. That's a goal.
The world's top FUT champions players compete for $1.3 million.
The bullet goes through. What an incredible turnaround. Oh, Suarez misses.
Their dream is not over.
Messi! Through Suarez! Sihan wins. Into the box. It's got to George Best! And that is #Tass.